Tauihi Basketball Aotearoa. And we are ready for this one. It is the Southern Hoiho hosting the Whai in a double header along with the Sal's NBL after this, but the Edgar Centre is the focus for the Hoiho at home up against the Whai. And the Hoiho, Casey Frank, looking for a win in the Tauihi.
Yeah, in the inaugural season, things have been difficult for the Hoiho, but they are hopeful that if a few things can go their way, they'll be right back into the mix. And all said and done, despite being 0-6, they are not that far outside of the finals mix if they can get things going right.
Certainly it has been a little bit of a struggle, as you can see there. The points for and against for the Hoiho, not ideal at all, shooting just 34% on the season as well from the field, from the floor. And the Whai, well, they've got a tough double header, more on that in a moment. They can get a win here, close in on the Kahu as well. But the Hoiho, Casey, give them some good news.
Give them some good news. Good news is if they get to win today, they're only 2 games out of that second spot. So it only takes a little bit of momentum to going down the hill, and we're in the middle of the season and there is momentum everywhere for these games upcoming.
Well, yeah, the Whai up to Wellington from Dunedin, Te Rauparaha Arena in Wellington, playing the Tokomanawa Queens. The Kahu and the Hoiho will go together on the North Shore of Tamaki Makaurau at Event Finder Stadium. Will be on the call for that one. The mainland Puakai up against the Queens on Saturday afternoon. So some great basketball across the country, not just with Tauihi, but also the Sal's NBL as well. And the starting 5 for the Whai. Give us some standout names, Casey.
Well, Kyle Lambert has been fantastic at the point of attack for the Whai. And Nikki Green, the only player in the competition averaging a double-double, but it's going to be Kendall Jeremiah stepping in for Tiana Clark, who had that absolute blast of a shooting game with 11 threes earlier, who will have to create some offense to make up for her departure to the Com Games.
Whai head coach Mel Bennett will be wary of the winless Hoiho. Doesn't want to be the scalp for their first win of the season.
The Whai are missing a couple of starters today in Tiana Clark and Don McBride. Who's looking to step up and carry the extra load?
I think it's going to be a team effort today, but we have Kendall Jeremiah back. As you know, she had a really good career at Fordham, and we've got Mātangiroa Flavel coming in today as well to help us out.
Awesome. Now, Lena Snyder continues to put together an impressive season for the Hoiho. Who gets the job on her today?
Multiple people. We have to use all of our team to try and limit her as best we can.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Yeah, Lena Snyder averaging close to 20 points a game, just over 9 rebounds, 4 assists and 2.5 steals almost. And she is the focal point of the fight. And a pretty impressive front line there for the Hoiho, Casey.
Yeah, outside of Snyder, she does need to find a bit more support. Samara Gallagher has found the range at times, and Zoe Richards, sometimes off the bench, now in the starting lineup, is a quality power forward next to Shelby Cheslick, the tallest player in the competition.
Zoe Richards, the tall fern previously. It is big ask for the Hoiho to get their first win, but Natalie Visiger, is ready for the challenge.
It feels like a first win isn't too far away. What do you guys have to do well today in order to celebrate the win?
Well, we're just process focused. You know, we need to put together 35 minutes of solid basketball. We haven't been able to do that to this point, so I feel like if we can just reevaluate every quarter, and I think we'll put ourselves in the right position to celebrate a win.
Now, Kyra Lambert and Nikki Green are key players for the Whai. What plans do you have in place to limit their impact?
Well, I can't give it all away, but we have a couple things. We'll go with plan A. If plan A isn't working, we've got a plan B to kind of shake things up and create ourselves some offense. Look, they're going to get a little bit of theirs. We just don't want them going off on us. I think just limiting the others that maybe are coming back for them might be key as well.
Great. Thanks, Coach, and all the best for today.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, Coach Vizca not going to give away too much, but good to hear that they've got a plan A and a plan B. Here is the head-to-head battle, statistical categories dominated by Snyder.
Wait, I can't tell. She's only on all over, fingerprints everywhere for the Hoiho. You can tell how important she is to the Hoiho success. Kyra Lambert, just a spark plug of a point guard, leading assist getter and scorer for the Whai. Nikki Green, a huge rebounder, and the shooting. will have to be made up for by Ezra McGoldrick with the departure of Tiana Clark to the Commonwealth Games, but a lot of pressure on Lena Snyder. She could certainly use a little bit of help from her comrades.
Certainly, the Whai will be looking to get another win in Tauihi, which has been a great success story for basketball in New Zealand. Born out of the ashes of the domestic league, money has come in and we have been rewarded with quality imports and New Zealand players stepping up as well. Here are your referees for today's game between the Hoiho and the Whai from Edgar Centre in Dunedin. And Casey, how much physicality do you expect in this game?
I expect quite a bit from the Hoiho. I think they're a team that doesn't mind putting their body on the line. And at times this year, the Hoiho have played defense as well as anyone in the competition. They can really junk it up, make it difficult to score. The problem has been their ability to put it in the hoop. The physicality is going to be there. The Whai, they're a physical team themselves. Nikki Green being the lone double-double stat getter in the competition right now. She's leading the way up front, but they have multiple players who are not going to take a backward step.
This is the first of two games from the Edgar Centre. Basketball on a Sunday afternoon. The Nuggets and the Airs and the Souths NBL will follow this game from 3 p.m. This game ready to tip off. Coach Vizga and Coach Bennett just getting some last second details in before we get this game underway. And it is the Kahu who pace everybody in Tauihi 2022. The Whai in the pink. There's a fire uniform as well.
Fire. By far my daughter Willow's favorite. She every time I go to do a game now, she says, "Are you going to do the pink team?" And she is very disappointed when that is not the answer of what I'm going for.
There you go, Willow. The pink is out and ready. Big trip, double header. They play the Queens in Wellington tomorrow night. And the Tokomanua Queens will be watching this game intently just to see how they pace. Because backing up after not having a travel day in between can be difficult.
It's a fine line. It is a fine line trying to save enough energy for game number 2 when you're worried about winning game number 1, especially against what should be a desperate team. If we have a wild child bringing out the ball to represent, and this has been such a heartfelt moment of all these games we've been opening with, seeing some of the young future players coming out and getting to take a picture at center court with some basketball stars.
She's got a celebration box too. That is full of sweet treats.
That is going to be a problem to calm her down for the rest of this game.
And we're underway. It's the Hoiho with the ball.
Tori Dugan with a fantastic save. Off the jump, the Hoiho looking to get into the offense immediately. What a pass.
Just a little bit of a miss there from Snyder, but the 3 ball is good.
Huge shot for Tori Dugan there. She hasn't shot the ball particularly well. If she could find a little bit of an offensive spark, that'll really release some pressure on Snyder down low.
Green up high. Big matchup between Cheslett and Green. And having to get the shot up, and that is good defense.
I think we got a shot clock violation. Yeah, that tip by Kendall Haramaya did not get to the rim in time. Sean Rabati has found some success in the low post, but Elena Snyder has the physicality to keep her off her preferred spot. Rabati has found a lot of that success against the mismatch, but certainly not a mismatch there. The challenge well taken by Elena Snyder.
And he spoke of the defense intensity of the Hoiho to begin games. It's just trying to maintain that through 4 quarters of basketball.
And particularly the third. They've had some real issues in the third quarter coming out after halftime, as I think they're just trying to get the clock right, get a couple of seconds back on here, and they'll fix that. Let's just put 5 back on there, guys. We'll be good.
I think it's the shot clock. It still had 14 on it.
When they went to the reset, now they're going to have to try and tech them out and figure it out. Done and done. Sorted. As both teams get a little bit of extra time. This is not the Sky City player timeout, as far as I'm aware.
Now we're ready to go. Hoiho on the Dugan 3.
You're absolutely right about that Hoiho defense, though. It is, especially in first halves, extremely sticky. Just really slowing things down for the opposition, making things difficult, getting them out of their preferred catch zones. It's just something they have to find a way to capitalize on both sides of the half.
And tipped away nicely. That will go to the Whai. Came off the hand of Gallagher.
Lambert just so active right in that passing lane. Doesn't get the steal, but forces the turnover, and she is the head of the snake for the Whai. When she's aggressive, getting to the hole, creating opportunities for herself and others, the Whai are a powerhouse offensively. If she's contained, it becomes much more difficult to score points.
The Blue Devil from Duke, playing Turkey and Slovakia. And Hoiho just everywhere at the moment. And the Whai settle for a 3. And there is a rebound by Nikki Green off the miss of a nice offensive rebound by Lambert.
Attacking the offensive glass, and the soft touch shown by Nikki Green with the tip. Snyder with the N1.
And one. A late whistle gets the roll. And it will be Ezra McGoldrick called for the foul.
Never clean with the catch was Elena Snyder there, but was able to grab it in time, and looks like she might have jammed a finger there, grabbing the fingers, or is it just the cold of Otago getting to her? That gym, never at its warmest. In particular, I think earlier in the day, it's a few mild chills.
It's had the winds off St Clair and St Kilda Beach. Beach is mixing round, keeping it warm at times, and cold most of the time. We've got a foul in the key.
Lambert driving into the paint, drawing multiple defenders in that kick out. And the swing gave McGoldrick the chance for the drive. Elena Snyder picks up foul number 1, and she is going to have to be careful not to pick up a second one early, with the importance of her game to the Hoiho's chances.
Lambert working up high with Green. Stiffing through his Hedemaya, and nice bucket.
Nice scoop shot there, using the big step to create some space around Samara Gallagher and give her the opportunity to finish off the glass. Snyder straight to the cup.
Green cleans that up.
McGoldrick with the block at the point of attack, staying very active early on Snyder. Surprised double teams haven't come her way yet.
Lambert on the drive to kick out. And that is nice. That is Rabati. Oh, misses that, sorry.
Just short. Got the net, looked like it was perfectly on line, but did not quite have the range.
And Green picks up the personal at the other end.
Just spoke about Snyder having to be careful with the foul trouble. Nikki Green and her size and physicality inside. That is a cheap one there on Tori Dugan. She wants to save that for the physical combatants on the interior.
And then 2 players, miscommunication there between Gallagher and Snyder on who's exactly the pass was intended for.
Well, we were talking about the Hoiho defense, but the Whai, see how far they're extending things. These catches are 2-3 steps past the 3-point arc. Not where you want to catch it.
Hedemaya misses that.
She's aggressive early from the 3-point stripe.
Lambert given some room by Snyder, and inside to McGoldrick. And we got a foul on the baseline.
Well, good recognition by the Whai of the mismatch. Dugan giving up quite a bit of size to Ezra McGoldrick on the post. The double came quickly, but not before Dugan picks up the cheap foul.
Into Green off the inbounds play. Can't get the fall away. Good rebound by Snyder, and then it's just a turnover. Hedemaya has it. Lambert finds Snyder, gives it up, and McGoldrick puts it in.
Good unselfish pass by Robati there, drawing defenders and kicking it on. A timeout to the Hoiho, who have Seen the Whai come charging back, and the offense is already drying up for the Hoiho with this defensive pressure of the Whai.
The Whai getting plenty of shot opportunities. And the Hoiho need to talk about it. And just waiting for that intensity to keep going for the Hoiho. Just needing a little bit of consistency. And just things like that turnover just previously where the ball was thrown to two players. That's kind of the synchronicity that you need when you're struggling, Casey, and you haven't won a game. Those are the turnovers that you dread as a coach and a player.
Yeah, there's never been a question about the Hoiho's effort. They're out there putting it on the line game after game, but there has been issues with their execution. They just have not been crisp with taking care of the basketball, and that offensively, when they don't take care of it, they're being pushed out of their zones, making their execution of the offense even more difficult than it already is. You know, will of course help once they're able to get Jillian Harmon back from her duties with the Commonwealth Games teams to finish up the season, but she has yet to play a game for them, so they got to get it done with the players that they got right now.
Snyder up high. Nikki Green is battling. Excuse me, it's Cheslick, but then the Hoiho can't get the bucket. Lambert to McGoldrick. It's good position, but just left it short, did Rabati.
Forced a turnover to Nikki Green, just about tips it out of bounds. Rabati had great position and just bumps Samara Gallagher out of the way. Can't get the finish, however.
Janet Moati Breen on the floor for the Hoiho. Cheslick with the handoff. There's Moati Breen giving it up to Rusk. Rusk had a clean look at it. Just left a little bit hard off the glass. And the Whai go the other way. Why not? Feeling it.
Oof, is
that McGoldrick from the corner?
That is a quick counterattack. I believe that was Sean Rabati.
My bad.
On the catch from deep. It happened in a flash, tough to tell, as Cheslick misses the mid-range.
And that is a good rebound, but the Hoiho through Snyder can't get that to go down. Here come the Whai.
Snyder fighting hard, but the offense is starting to click for the Whai.
Lambert goes down. She's okay.
She hits the floor a lot. It's no effect on the champ.
Rabati misses the three there. And here is Rusk giving it back to Snyder. Back to Rusk. Rusk with the three. In and out, but Snyder with a rebound.
Snyder is the focal point of the offense right now. Magnets in those hands. It just seems to find the ball.
Good up fake. And we have a travel call on the opposite side. Looked a little funky. And the ref was across it.
Man, that's an unfortunate turnover. Multiple opportunities being created off the offensive glass. Great looks at it, but just unable to convert.
Rosalia Samaya in the game for the Whai, number 7.
Already turnover number 4 for the Hoiho.
Five to shoot. Green needs to get it up. Lambert will be the one to shoot it. No, it's nothing but net for the Whai.
Oh, they are starting to find the range. And it's getting dangerous offensively early for the Hoiho. They need to find some answers for that three-point stroke and some clapbacks of their own on this end.
It's been a while since the Hoiho have managed to get a bucket. Several minutes of game clock, in fact. And that is blocked nicely.
Goldrick with her second block of the game.
Here's Rabati at the other end. And the Whai out and running and making them pay.
This Whai team extremely aggressive offensively early. You can tell that's been a point of emphasis. And look at the pressure continuing on the defensive side.
Nice defense. Here comes Lambert working with Green. using the size of Green. And that's McGoldrick slicing to the cup, but Green's there on the offensive glass. And then McGoldrick, they all forgot about her, and she gets the bucket.
The Fire playing just supremely confidently on the offensive end. Everything is going their way. They were down early, but they have clapped back with authority.
Richards fouled, and that's going to be on Green, perhaps. And if it is, that's probably his second.
Yeah, the Hoiho were up 6-2. Haven't scored since. It's a 14-0 run in the last 5 minutes of basketball.
2 for 10. You can see that on the score ticker underneath for the Hoiho in this quarter.
Cheslick's a player who could use more touches. Doubles there, but you need to give it to her in places where she can convert off the finish.
And that seems to be the point here. The Fire doing a really good job of taking the Hoiho out of their spots. There's a lot of long shots coming and a lot of post-ups well outside the block. Lambert coming up on 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Edgar Centre, Dunedin. Lambert defended nicely by O'Neill. And here comes the drive.
Oh, from great drop pass.
Somalia.
Short clock.
Samaya, excuse me. And then that shot is missed. But again, the Fire get the job done on the glass. A little wild on the floor. And the Hoiho, can they get a bucket?
A little bit of a momentum on the defensive end. Be great to transfer over to here for him.
A little bit of a up fake. And Richards gets the ball back. Good hustle from Richards. Gives it up to O'Neill. 5 to shoot. Moati Bring needs to put it up. Too strong and wide right. Here comes Lambert.
Those long misses are making transition defense a bit more difficult. They do well this time to match up quickly.
Abadi had kicked it out. She's down on the floor. And the long three from Flavel is too hard off the back of the iron. Here comes O'Neill. Chesley almost threw it away. Mighty Bring. Inside to Richards. Can she get the basket? She can't. And Flavel with the rebound. It is dried up for the Hoiho.
Yeah, nice footwork, but just not enough to get around the physical defense of Kendall Hermaya.
That shot missed by Hedemaya. Hoiho get a defensive rebound.
Whai's presence on the offensive glass is consistent. Even when they don't get it, they're making it difficult. Already 5 offensive rebounds.
Missing the 3 on that one. Now 2 for 14 and then a big foul. Mid-court. And that is Janet Moati Breen picking up that one.
Garrett Lambert taking the contact and hitting the ground. And she might be the player in the Tauihi Basketball Aotearoa League that hits the floor the most. She puts her body on the line and not close to the biggest player out there. But she has no problem sacrificing herself trying to gain extra possessions.
Minute to go. Lambert with O'Neill on her. McGoldrick. McGoldrick, front of the iron. We've got a foul on McGoldrick on that offensive rebound.
Well, there was that scoring explosion for the Whai. It's slowed down a bit now, and for the Hoiho, nothing wrong with giving up 16 points in the quarter. But the lack of...
There's quite a lot wrong with giving up only scoring 6.
There's the issue. There's the issue. It's just 6 points, putting themselves in a hole once again. Gonna have to find a way to work their way back into it.
Lambert, though, with the steal. And with the left hand, that's nice.
Man, she is really affecting the ball game today with her second bucket there.
Hoiho looking to end the quarter strong because they need a bucket, and it has been probably around 9 minutes. 8 or 9 minutes of game clock since they've scored.
It has been a bit of time for them.
But they will go to the line, but a field goal just has been an absolute battle in this first quarter.
Yeah, that last bucket came at 8:19 when they scored that 6 points. So that is 8 minutes of just ferocious defense from the 5, making things difficult. But there have been chances for the Hoiho that they haven't been able to convert.
Samara Gallagher good on the first. Local from Kavanagh College in Dunedin. Nice on the second. Whai will have the last shot if it goes to plan. Lambert gives it up. Hedemeier fires it out, so it will be the Hoiho who get the last shot.
And plenty of time to try and create something. It's going to be difficult with the pressure up here, but they can throw it above the defense.
It's Rusk with 3 to shoot. Needs to get it up. Nice pass, but too long with it. And the Hoiho haven't scored a field goal in over 8 minutes. And they end the first quarter in a real hole against the Whai at the Edgar Centre. 18-8 is the scoreline after 1. Offensively grim for the Hoiho after 1 quarter. 8 points, 2 field goals, 2 of 15. And conversely, the Whai have had the pick of their opportunities. They've had 7 more shot attempts than the Hoiho. They're 8 of 22 for their 18 points. They're 2 of 8 from downtown. Rebounding margin is just +1 for the Whai. But it's been the turnovers. It's been everything for the Hoiho, unfortunately, but 7 turnovers in that first quarter.
Yeah, it's those turnovers, though. If they're able to cut those down, they take away a few easy buckets and give themselves some more opportunities. They really got to knock those down. The looks have been solid. They've been pretty decent. They just haven't been able to find that range from either inside or outside the arc. Just 1 bucket from either zone.
Shot is good. Jelena Vucinic misses that.
Nice dribble drive to create the opportunity. Hoiho grabbing the rebounds, though.
And just a good, clean look, but unfortunately...
You see when Cheslick has that ball on the free throw line, her defender just drops down to take away the high-low entry pass on Snyder. They're so concerned with her scoring ability. They have held it in check up to this point.
Certainly have. Kendall Hedemeier into the key. Good defense from Kestrip. And a turnover. And it stays with the Hoiho.
O'Neill losing the handle there. Lambert jumping all over it, making it difficult, but possession stays. I wonder if this might be a time to try and get the ball to Cheslick in the post against the zone defense.
Three is long from Snyder, and it's Lambert with the ball for the fight.
Just doing such a nice job of rebounding the basketball. This is Kyra Lambert already picking up her 5th of the game.
We need to get it up. There's 5 on the shot clock. Using all of the clock. Rabati misses that, but an almost foul. Back to the fight. Now the Hoiho have it.
Cheslick doing enough to secure that one. And now the zone defense is making things even more difficult than the man was.
And now the ball is on the floor. We've got a jump ball call, and it's going to stay with the Hoiho.
Well, good hustle to get back into the play and keep possession. As we see Nikki Green checking back in to combat the effectiveness of Cheslick the last few plays.
Five to shoot. Need to get a shot up now. And a contested 3. And a good offensive rebound. And that is what you need if you're the Hoiho.
Yeah, why not just send some more players to the offensive glass, really make it difficult there.
Shelby Cheslick just crashing the glass. 6.5 rebounds on the season. And then it's a miss, but they get another rebound off the inbounds play. Cheslick again. Can't get the roll, but a good offensive rebound. Another one for the Hoiho. Surely they have to be rewarded. It's like their 4th in a row. 3 ball. Too strong, but another rebound. That's the 5th one in a row.
Just 4 seconds on the shot clock.
Give it the 3. Where are the basketball gods when you need them?
They are not being karmatically rewarded for the effort on that possession.
What have the Hoiho done to them? This is not fair. 5.
There are no shooters rules right now. They are unavailable to both teams, but I love the effort from the Hoiho. Despite the scoreline, they are working their tails off.
Finally, Cheslick gets the elbow jumper.
Good simple action, the cross screen involving Snyder, so they're all worried about her. She gets into it, Cheslick just pops high, gets a great angle for a simple finish.
Lambert on the drive. They've gone cold, the fight. They've come out and struggled. The Hoiho, again, starting strong defensively. They've crashed in the offensive rebounds. They just claw their way back. Cheslick for O'Neill, and O'Neill with a nice move. Back-to-back buckets for the Hoiho after a barrage of offensive rebounds.
Rubbing a couple of sticks together and almost getting fire. Showing the footwork there is O'Neill to lose Lambert on the finish.
Vucinic misses the weak side 3, but it will stay with the fight. Unfortunately, Gallagher couldn't quite corral that.
That's Kestrup in the game there. Dr. Kestrup, of course, was I think it was a couple of weeks ago or a week and a half ago when Lena Snyder took quite a fall on the court against the Kahu in Auckland, and thankfully they had a emergency room doctor on the team that could give her symptoms.
On the bench? Yeah, that is very fortuitous. Lambert, as you can hear the shot clock being counted down. Bobbled by Rabati. She heaves it up, almost banked it in. And Cheslick with the rebound. Here come the Hoiho, Casey.
Passing has been off target for the Phi. Was right in those shooting pockets early. Now they're moving out of their zone, making it difficult to finish.
Kestrup misses that. Lambert with a, there's Green with a big rebound.
Nikki Green is just powerfully rebounding the basketball. That is rebound number 6 for her, matching her teammate Lambert.
Now the Phi are the ones throwing it away. Feels like we've just swapped bodies in this game where the Hoiho looked a little bit more organized and had a little bit more intensity, and the Phi looked the disjointed of the two teams.
Well, the Phi looked like they were starting to have enjoy a walk in the park. Like things were starting to go their way, and they've let that intensity just drop enough. But the Hoiho are playing with some desperation, and that's exactly what they need to do. this is how they have to play. They're relentless on the glass right now, getting possession after possession, and that transition defense in particular has picked up here in the second quarter. They've taken away those easy opportunities, and because of that, the Whai's offense is all but dried up in the last few minutes.
Certainly has. Whai have not scored in this quarter. They led 18-8.
For the Hoiho, no one on their team has more than one made field goal, and they're still right in this ball game. The Racine has been kind to them, but just 3 attempts from there. It has once again been their defense and their ability to make scoring for the opposition difficult that has kept them in it.
Credit where credit is due. 9 offensive rebounds for the Hoiho in this game. 5 of them back-to-back possessions. Was it 5 or 6? Wasn't enough.
And that possession, that's the type of possession that can just drain you as a team. Although the Whai are still coming out with mostly smiles.
Snyder to get us going. Here's Olivia O'Neill. Haven't seen a lot of Dugan in this second quarter. Just fires it across. And then it's Nikki Green with a big board.
Yeah, she is controlling inside. She checked in after that huge offensive rebound explosion, and she has nipped that right in the bud.
Lambert working with Green. Nikki Green. Good defensive rebounding for the Hoiho. 3 rebounders around, and it falls to the Southern team. Chislick looking for Snyder. And the seal on top. Oh, that is tricky. Almost. We've all been there, Samara Galahad.
She was thinking pass. She was thinking pass, and just couldn't quite pull out the dribble after the pass fake. The smiling assassin, Samara Gallagher.
Neil's done a good job on Lambert so far in this game. There's Green up high. And she drives. McGoldrick can't get the rebound. Good defense from Chislick, who's leading the break at the moment.
She enjoys it. Like all bigs, wants to be a point guard. Oh, that was such good passing and good cut, but once again, the defense at the rim, nearly impenetrable.
Good look from Lambert, and that's put in nicely by McGoldrick.
She's made herself available over the top of the defense multiple times. They haven't seen her with regularity, but they catch her there for an easy one to stop the scoring funk for the Whai.
His first bucket of the quarter. Alison McGoldrick, 6 points for her. And then it's going to be a foul on McGoldrick, just reaching it a little bit.
Had that left arm on the body of Snyder as she tipped the ball away with her right.
Into the game for the Hoiho is Rusk and Richards. Chislick organising. It's Rusk. Nice jab step, and then is fouled by Lambert as Rusk ran into a stationary Green.
There was not a lot of movement in Green after that one. Lambert picks up her second personal foul. Ezra McGoldrick also with 2, only foul trouble for the Whai. No one with more than 1 on the Hoiho.
Uncontested 3, and Lambert, unfortunately for the Hoiho, is the one to collect the rebound. 20-12. It's been slow going in this quarter. It's a 4-2 advantage to the Hoiho. And more defensive intensity from the Hoiho, which has been lacking a little bit in the first quarter, but in the second quarter it's been much better. And here is Dugan back in the game.
Yeah, that intensity has picked up, made it difficult for scoring. But they're really paying attention to the ball right now. A pass fake would do well, create some opportunity for the Whai. We see the block there by Snyder.
Chislick looking for Snyder. Richards with a steady screen. And it is going to go with the fight off that miss.
Man, Hoiho are just working so hard to get Snyder the basketball. Looking at her in the post, she comes out to get it to her right away, and every time she gets a catch, she's got her main point of attack defender and 2 help sides right there. That's why she's only been able to convert 1 of 8 shots up to this point.
And another turnover for the fight.
That is the 4th turnover of the game for the Whai.
Azalea Samaya just careless with the basketball. Still a 4-2 quarter. Hoiho would love to get a bucket here. Maybe an N1 with a stutter step. And then can they get the N1? Ha, with the basketball gods, listen, who cares? And Schneider's going to the line, the Rosine.
Calling it out, calling the shot there. Andrew Mulligan sees Snyder on the drive to the left, taking the contact. She is staying aggressive, just 2 for 9 now from the field. But when you're a great scorer and your team depends on it, you got to keep shooting them up. Even the fact that you're shooting, they know that offensive rebound and opportunity is there on the miss, but she's starting to get her eye in from the Rosine.
I just love the fact that there is a Hoiho on the corner of shot there in the doorway. Looking over this game. Maybe that's the presence they need. There it is with the pink flippers. Do Penguins have flippers? I don't know.
I think they do on the arms. Feet and flippers. Yeah, let's go with it.
Lambert on the drive, goes to the floor again. Almost banked in. Hoiho trying hard, and Zoe Richards couldn't quite corral that one.
Nikki Green can't get her hands on the rebound, but opens up the opportunity for her teammates to get possession.
Zoe Richards from St Hilda's in Dunedin. Champ with the Otago Gold Rush. 7 to shoot on the shot clock. 2 minutes to go in the half. Nikki Green on the baseline, uncontested. Too strong though. It's Rusk with the ball. Whai with the lead, but now it's only 5. Dugan all over her. Lambert and Green. 3 ball. Just has not been falling for the Hoiho.
Minute 30 left. One team needs to take control. If the Hoiho do it, they'll be well on their way.
And a turnover. Hoiho, can they capitalize? Dugan for 3, the lefty. Left it short.
She hit the first one of the game. Couldn't hit that one late in the half to put them in position.
Flavel. That's good. That helps the fight. Aotearoa Flavel with the 3 ball.
Huge shot there. She's brought in as some of the cover for Tiana Clark. Makes herself extremely useful on that big make.
Oh, and then the Hoiho get a welcome bucket from Rusk with a long 2.
And starting to find a little rhythm are both teams. The Whai have a chance for a 2 for 1 here, but need to get it up reasonably quickly.
Lambert with a hesitation. Off the glass, no good. Rebound for Richards. Here comes Dugan. Snyder, left hand. Nice basketball.
Yeah, she is just really aware of the driving lanes when they present themselves. She'll shoot the jumper if it's available, but if you're not going to cut down those lanes, she is going to be aggressively driving them.
Shot clock's off. 7 left in the half. Rabati to Lambert. 2 to shoot. Lambert stolen away. What a quarter it has been from the Hoiho. First half of basketball, we are done and dusted at the Edgar Centre, and the Hoiho
Well, that big streak for the Whai was all about shooting the three-pointer well. They hit all 3 of their makes at that time. As we take a look at the leaders for both teams, Landon Snyder, of course, leading the way in the scoring. Esmer McGoldrick has been active, cutting with support from Rabadi, but neither team really lighted up there. Shelby Cheslick leading the way on the glass, already 11 at halftime, and quite a few of those offensive 3 to be exact. Kyra Lambert and Nikki Green doing the damage for the Whai. Lambert also leading the way, passing the basketball. The Hoiho could use some creation off the assist game. Right now, everything is sort of one-on-one, making it difficult. The big block game. Block party for Esmer McGoldrick, 3 of them in the first half. Impressive defensive effort from her there. And finishing up with the steals, where we see Kyra Lambert leading the way with 2. Snyder, Cheslick, and Rabadi all getting in on the party as well. But it is about the three-point shot. The Hoiho hit their first look of the game since then, 0 for 13. The Whai hit those 3 three-pointers in that streak. Outside of that, 0 for 12. One team can find a little rhythm from deep at any stage in the game. It'll completely change the complexion of the outcome.
The Hoiho doing a really good job of looking after the basketball in the second quarter. Just 1 turnover after 7 in the first quarter as well. And so the Whai just need to look for more points in the paint, because they have 14 points in the paint. They look to be the more physical of the 2 teams, but the Hoiho have been really good on the glass in that second quarter. They really had a 5 offensive rebound string together. They just keep falling for them. They just couldn't get a bucket eventually. But for the Whai, they just need to take a real look at themselves and go up a gear or 2. They lead the Hoiho 23-19. We'll be back with the third quarter after this. Welcome back to the Edgar Centre in Dunedin for a double header. It is the Hoiho on the 5. Tauihi Basketball Aotearoa. And that is not the scoreline, I'll tell you that right now. The scoreline.
Slightly closer, 23-19 at the moment between these two squads. Although they're playing hard enough to drop 90. That is not the way the ball has been bouncing for either team yet. But maybe with a little bit of a tick up in efficiency, we might see that number cross this evening.
Now, Hoiho shooting just 20%, 7 of 35, 10 of 37 out of 5, 37%. But yes, the second game in this doubleheader at the Edgar Centre will be the Nuggets hosting the Airs, the Sal's NBL. And it is going to be a big effort from the Hoiho to get their first win of the season, and they are well in this game.
Well, unfortunately, they've been on this train before. They've been here halfway through, right within touching distance, or down a little bit. You know, just earlier this week against the Tokomanawa Queens, they had that lead at halftime and came out the gates in the second half. The Queens came storming. For the Hoiho, it's all about this third quarter. They have to find a way to up their efficiency offensively and continue this defensive effort that has put them in position to snatch this game and steal it away from the Whai.
Well, we've seen their effort on the glass, done a good job. They forced the Whai into multiple turnovers in that second quarter after the Hoiho themselves threw the ball away multiple times in the first quarter. It was a quarter to forget for the Hoiho, but they have stepped it up in that second quarter, and can they maintain that in the third quarter? We're about to get underway, about a minute or so. It really is. The break probably came at the wrong time for the Hoiho. They needed just a couple more minutes to string it together because they looked like they were about to take the lead. The Whai will be happy the halftime break came along when it did, because they get to regroup, regather, share the message, get back on point. What will coaches Mel Bennett of the Whai be telling her players?
Well, I think for the Whai, they're going to have to just stop looking so quickly for the three-point shot. You know, Esma McGoldrick's looks like she's starting on the bench here with her 3 personal fouls. She's been the best at cutting without the basketball. She's the best shooter on the team right now at 3 for 5 from the field, and that's because she's been moving and getting behind the defense. They need to find somebody else to take that role. If you're trying to attack this defense head on, it has been stout at the point of attack and great contesting the three-point shot. They can do that while holding the Hoiho off the glass. They'll put themselves in good stead. The Hoiho, that second quarter, much better job taking care of the basketball. They had 7 turnovers in the first quarter, just 1 in the second. If they continue to be stingy, turning it over while they play that physical game, keep themselves on the glass, and just find a way to turn some turnovers of themselves into easy offense, that will open things for them in the half court. But at this stage, it is a defensive battle that is just waiting for a little bit of offense. And the team that finds that little spark offensively, they could very easily run away with it.
The Whai had a lead of 12 at one point in this game in the first quarter. Now they're up 4. It will be the Whai to start the second half.
Right into the post against Snyder.
That's too strong, but a good offensive rebound from Rabati. And then another offensive rebound for the Whai. Rabati on the baseline, long 2. Nikki Green will get it up and in. And that is unfortunate for the Hoiho. Just could not box out.
Well, third time lucky. If you give up that many chances on the glass, eventually it'll come back to bite you, especially on the first possession of the half.
Inside to Chislett. Nice cut. And then good defense stops that, but then it's Zoe Richards with the ball.
Chislett a little too unselfish there. I'd like to see her finish it, especially with that advantage she had on the switch.
But again on the floor.
No foul called, so that ball will stay with the Hoiho. Great hustle by Dugan and Zoe Richards to force the turnover for Kyra Lambert.
Dugan for 3. That's good for the Hoiho. A welcome 3.
her second triple of the game. She opened the first half with her scoring from deep. Does so in the second as well. Hopefully, the Hoiho are better able to capitalize on this one.
And the Whai just breakdown in communication with the turnover.
Well, we're seeing Snyder on the screen right now, and things changed for the Hoiho when she got aggressive to the rim, when she started putting the ball on the floor and attacking the basket. And right now, the Whai could use a little bit of that. They have lost that aggressiveness going into the painted area. Until they get that back, it's going to continue to be a slog for them scoring.
Zoe Richards patrolling the perimeter. No one picking her up. Misses the three. It's Lambert with the other way. Going the other way, rather. And then the three ball from Hedemaya. And then that's a better box out by Gallagher for the Hoiho. Dugan crossing over into the key. Oh, nice pass. Cheslick. Beautiful basketball from the Hoiho now. They're down just one.
Really smooth possession there, and one of the few transition opportunities they've been afforded. Dugan drawing multiple defenders and passing, making an easy finish for Cheslick.
Flavel. Left alone, misses the three.
And the triples have not been going. They have to find a way to get to the rim.
Hoiho can take the lead here. The fall away. There it is. Snyder.
Putting it together, Lena Snyder. And that aggressiveness on the rim, not settling, forcing the action, getting herself right into the teeth of the defense.
Green goes down. Whai miss another three.
And this is ominous for the Whai as the Hoiho are really playing with some confidence.
And they're just too aggressive from Hedemaya on the post. The Hoiho have just scrapped their way back into this game. They've done a great job.
A 6-2 run to open the second half. I mean, a veritable scoring explosion in this arm wrestle we have early on your Sunday afternoon.
And then a foul, a cheap one at that. Gallagher picks that up, and it will be the Whai ball. They can retake the lead here. Lambert, they go under the screen. Now with the switch, back to Green. And tipped away. It's Snyder again in the mix, looking for her teammates. Richards for three. Too long, but the reverse isn't going to fall for Gallagher.
Gallagher with the hustle.
And then it's the Whai who will end up with it.
She thought the shot clock was low, trying to get it up quickly. Couldn't quite do it. Loving the hustle, loving the work rate, just find a way for both teams to execute and convert at a higher percentage.
Dugan's defense just harassing.
Missy Nuku, the youngster, the teenager, appeared at under-16 nationals a couple weeks ago.
Lambert settling for the long two. The Whai just don't look like they've got a lot going on in the second half. Cheslick, too many moves for Green. Just stood there.
Yeah, I was trying to fake her out of her boots, but Nikki Green knew what was coming. It was going to go to the hook shot eventually.
Gallagher tried to break it up.
In the lanes, good activity by the Hoiho. But I want to see for the Whai, who's going to be aggressive? Who's going to stop settling for jump shots? And who's going to start to make this defense shift with some penetration?
Lambert off the Green screen. And the Hoiho just let her get an easy layup to the cup.
Explosive quickness. Turns that corner and right down Front Street before anybody knew she was open.
She's looking, the Hoiho looking to regather the lead. And that's just too strong. She was too open.
And Snyder's doing the job. She's drawing multiple defenders.
Dugan poked it away, and now Dugan has it. Three ball. That's good. Nicole Rusk knocks it down, and the Hoiho have a 2-point lead.
And finding some success from deep. A couple of three-pointers in this quarter has given them the slimmest of leads. Well, not the slimmest. 1 point would be the slimmest, but close to.
One of the slimmest leads you can have. Lambert to Green. Oh, Nikki Green, automatic.
She is smooth from 17 and in. I don't know why she doesn't look for that shot more on the catch and shoot opportunities, but when she does, it has a high strike rate.
Cheslak, Richards with the screen. Cheslak fired it up, hoping for the call. Lambert with the ball for the fight. Lambert looking for her teammates, Nikki Green. That three is good from Rabati.
Finding
8 points
some
for her.
rhythm. Finding some rhythm we are. Nikki Green with the extra pass. Could have taken the jumper herself, but the wide open Rabati is thankful for the opportunity, and now the 3-point lead for the Phi.
Schneider. Oh, they collapsed on her, and Zoe Richards makes them pay.
And the offense is flowing a little bit more freely now. We're seeing extra passes being made and defenders late on the rotations.
Nice pass. And it's going to be Rabati, who's fouled, and will go to the line for the fight.
And gets that one on Snyder. They have been working her in the post a little bit. Look at that cut. Snyder just loses sight. Really timely cut by Sean Rabati. Gets the deep catch. Forces Snyder to pick up her second personal foul. And that would be ideal to get her in a bit of foul trouble. She's the leading scorer for the Hoiho with 10 points to go along with 7 rebounds and 2 steals. And a block.
And a block.
And an assist. She's doing a lot. Body strokes the first from the Razine and a chance on number 2.
Looking for a 10th point, 6 rebounds, knocks it down. There's an assist as well. Hoiho with the ball. Down 3 now. Rusk. Lambert in the middle of the high zone. Rusk looking for a bit of reversal. Good block. That's McGoldrick. Lambert pushing it. Just right at the feet, unfortunately, for Rabati.
Tough angle on that extra pass. Probably better off letting it fly.
Nice pass. Kestrop can't get it, though.
Rotation of Nikki Green to get in there without fouling and defend physically, forcing that miss with her activity.
Into Green.
Oh, she's got the mismatch. She can go to work. Instead, the turnover as McGoldrick can't hold on to it, and then she picks up foul number 4. Running beside Lena Snyder. And McGoldrick, you noticed that the offense started ticking again when she got back in the ball game. Now she's going to have to go back to the bench. I think a lot of it is her movement without the basketball. The Phi have to find somebody else to play that role. She is disappointed in saying that's not a foul. Did not look like much as the two of them were running next to each other. Contact probably initiated by Snyder, but the whistle is final, despite protestations of every player ever.
Kestrop. Rusk. Step to the left for the clear out, and it's going to be who came off it. The ball came off first, so it's going to be with the fight.
Yeah, I think that was Snyder going in and knocking the ball out of the hands of Nikki Green. Nikki Green up to 9 rebounds with her 6 points. 9 rebounds for Cara Lambert as well, who's on the bench at the moment. We're going to recharge for a big 4th quarter. Oh, she's not. She's there. Sorry.
Adamar in trouble, but it will be Rabati for 3. And then Adamar fires it out. And that is going to be Hoiho ball.
Well, so many opportunities for the Phi. That's offensive rebound number 11. 12 of those offensive rebounds have gone the way of the Hoiho. They're creating, both teams creating opportunities, but stout defense and a high level of physicality without fouling is just making the ball going into the bucket pretty difficult.
Very few shooting fouls in this game. Just 6 trips to the line, cumulative. And a turnover. Another Hoiho turnover. Just can't seem to regain this lead. There's Lambert. Tedamaya. It's Rabati giving up, and then Nikki Green on that baseline, and she's fouled and one. Oh, disaster for the Hoiho and Bronwyn Kestrip. Nikki Green getting the shot to go down, and we'll go to the Resine to shoot one.
Man, that jumper looks smooth when she catches and releases in motion. It really makes me question why she isn't just catching and shooting on every opportunity. But she does it there, receives the high five, and congratulations afterwards, but it was actually a foul. So she heads the Resine to complete the old-fashioned three-point play.
Oh, she is money. 37-31 now. It's a better third quarter from the Hoiho than has been in previous games, but they find themselves down. Can they have the lead? They can.
Really good offense being played there. The screen up high by Snyder opens the option for O'Neal, who drains the triple.
Oh, the fake is no good, though. Rabati to Hidamaya. Tried to slip it through. Knocked away. Hoiho can tie the game with a 3 here with under a minute to go in the third.
They refuse to go away. Great look here for Snyder.
To Green in the game. And then a little bunny of a jump shot missed. Green pulls down the rebound. It's hit a Meyer. And then we've got a foul. A 4th team foul, I believe, on the Hoiho.
Yeah, I actually thought that might have been a Rabati.
Yeah, like a push.
But it's not going to go that way. Look at Sean Rabati get out here. Just displaced Cheslick there. Knocks her into Schneider. But Cheslick's going to get
one of the great
for the foul.
One of the great hip checks.
That was solid.
That is unlucky.
That is a heads-up play. Well, Sean Rabati there. I like it a lot.
That is right in your wheelhouse.
That really is. That really is.
It truly is.
Got away with one there.
Miss at the line.
And then for the most part, the Phi have been solid from the Resine. That is their first miss of the day. Flavel hits the second.
Flavel with 4 points, 4 rebounds. Oh, that 3 is good.
Snyder doing it all. Just takes the measure from deep and drops it. She's now up to 13 points with her first triple.
Phi couldn't get the last shot. Lambert kicking it out. Hidamaya. Can't get that. Maybe the Hoiho will get the last shot. 3 ball on the way. Almost banked it in from Snyder. But the Hoiho hanging around in this game. They are hunting their first win the Tauihi season, and they are down just 1, 38-37 to the Phi. It is a one-point game at the Edgar Centre. The Hoiho out on the floor, hunting for their first win. Oh, GJ Gardner Holmes, Tauihi Basketball Aotearoa. The Fire in town. They've got to travel to Wellington to play tomorrow night against the Queens. And the Whai in a bit of a hole here. And the Hoiho are desperate for a win.
They are, and they're playing with that level of desperation. The Whai spirits are high. As the Hoiho are looking to really get it done here in the fourth quarter, but they need to start with some offensive spark.
Can they find it on this possession? Snyder. 1-2 misses. Lambert. It's Flavel wide open on the weak side. Nicky Green with a big rebound. Looking for a cutter. It's Rabati down low. Clears out the space.
Strong little chip shot with the elbow, and she's starting to have an effect down there.
It's Lambert. Green. Oh, that jump shot wasn't there for her that time.
All my faith in humanity is lost. No,
Yeah.
it's okay. It looked pretty on point there. Good look. Needs to keep taking that shot for sure.
Kestrop finally gets the ball out of trouble. O'Neill, 5 to shoot for the Hoiho. Poked away by Lambert.
And a great hand. Doesn't force a turnover, but now just 2.6 seconds to get the shot up upon the catch. Possibly something high to Cheslick, or just get in the hands of Snyder, because that's when good things tend to happen.
And shot clock violation.
And it was the hand of Maranhão Flavel. Knocks it out.
And the Whai look to extend the lead again. Hoiho hunting for that turnover. Meyer gives it to Lambert. Green up high. Oh, nice steal by Cheslick. And Snyder will go to the line.
Shelby Cheslick affecting the game in areas other than just the score sheet with the steal there, getting in the lane, and look at the run by Snyder, really outpacing her defenders to earn her trip to the Rosine and keep it a one-point game with a couple of makes from the Rosine here. Pure on the first.
Good on the second. Green with the ball, Whai with a one-point lead. In trouble mid-court.
Well, underneath the basket's there. Just got to find her. She's still there.
Unbelievable.
Great defense by the Hoiho. Able to get there.
That's like me with the controller and PS on 2K, just trying to find the pass button over the top, but that three is wet.
Kendall Jeremiah finding the range from deep when they need it most.
Nice cut, just a little bit behind the player though. That three is missed, and the Hoiho can get a chance to cut this lead down again. Plenty of clock left for them as well. And there's Lambert tracking it down. O'Neill on her tail.
Ooh, could have attacked there, possibly gotten another foul on Snyder, instead pulls it out. But they haven't had a lot of success in the half court.
Oh, three is good. The look is, anyway.
wide open. Can't deny that shot, but got to start ticking him over. Getting the drop as the Hoiho with another opportunity to close the gap.
Chislett. Lambert full of running. Lead is 4 for the fight. Nikki Green. Hedemeier for 3. And Green just sort of walking towards the rebound there and really not showing a lot of impetus towards the offensive rebound. This might just be a little bit gassed. She's a little bit frustrated at the moment.
Frustrated with that foul, possibly frustrated with the lack of touches coming her way as well.
Yeah, she did not have the required energy you'd expect from a big to go after an offensive rebound. So timeout in this game, 43-39. This game is evenly poised though. The Whai are barely looking like they're in sync at the moment. The Hoiho, they're getting their shots, they're getting their looks. Just need to string it together, but I can just imagine, Casey, when you're in this position, you haven't won a game this deep into a season, starts getting a little bit nervous, a little bit of anxiety would creep in, a little bit of desperation and maybe second guessing because you haven't. It's contagious though, isn't it, winning?
It certainly is, but so's losing. And when you found the ways to lose so many games up to this point, that's what you're afraid of. And that fear is what creeps in. When you start dropping the aggressive play and instead of going to the cup for that shot, you pull it out because you're a little bit worried about missing the shot. They have to play free. They have to play with a lot of love for the game and not worry about the result because it's put them in position here, down 4 with 6 minutes to go. They're in a great spot to close this out, especially the way the offense has lifted as the game has gone along. But they can't afford any miscues or errors. They really have to stay on top of taking care of the basketball and controlling the defensive glass. Those second chance opportunities are what are going to make things extremely difficult. It goes down as we see Ezra McGoldrick checking into the game with 4 fouls.
3 in the corner. Benches up. They like the look of it. That is money. Is that Zoe Richards knocking it down?
Beautiful rotation of the basketball on the perimeter. Not a defender in her. No fly zone when she let it rip.
There's Green with her touch. This is the long 2. And the Whai get the rebound. Nice strong move by Rabati and 1. She'll go to the Rosine.
Huge finish there. And she picks up the 3rd personal foul on Snyder at the same time. So doing double damage. Love the way she uses her quickness in the post. You saw on that catch an instant spin off the solid body defense of Snyder. And then completes the 3-point play from the Rosine, stretching it back to 4 points. Hoiho need a response.
Chislett up high. Finds Richards. Richards feeling it. Little to the left though. She goes down, just back up. Zoe Richards. Tall thirds player. And then a good back screen. Flavel.
Good looks, but they're being suckered into taking that 3-point shot. Need some cuts to the rim on these drives.
Snyder, nice drive.
And she is so strong going to that left hand. It might be her preference off the dribble, and she's got that strength to flick it up over even as she's falling away from the rim.
Baseline jumper missed. Offensive rebound coming up from McGoldrick on the foul.
Oh, didn't see the contact there.
And then it's going the other way. Apologies.
Yeah, I think it was on Flavel.
Hoiho just boxing out, getting the job done here, and the foul's called.
And the initial tip by Flavel is ruled over the back. That's what got McGoldrick the possession, and now the Hoiho another chance to tie this ball game up with under 5 to go.
Almost a steal. And there it is.
Oh, and Flavel.
Snyder.
Yeah, you got to be careful with the gamble on a player of Snyder's caliber. The second she was out of the play, that was easy pickings from 17 for the finish.
All tied up, 4:16 to go in this game. Lambert, Flavel, McGoldrick, puts the ball on the floor, poked away by Richards.
Oh, she's been so influential on this game, hitting big shots, and there, a big hand on the ball to force the turnover.
Dugan lost the handle, poked away rather.
Yeah, actually,
that'll do it.
From that angle, looked like she just completely lost it, but Flavel must have gotten a hand there.
Need to shoot it, 4 on the shot clock. Richards has been the player to do it all in this fourth quarter. She's been doing it both ends, and the Hoiho have the lead.
Run. Finally a timeout for the Phi. They need to discuss things. Down 2 for the first time in a long time. And have some questions about what they're running offensively. The Hoiho are just doing such a nice job in the half court of making things difficult. When there is a decent look, they're challenging late. They're scrambling, they're being physical. They're taking away those driving lanes, but it's really the rotations defensively. If they're beat at the point of attack, you're seeing a lot of help side commit to that, not giving up the easy shots. They're just forcing them to kick it out, and they're daring them essentially to make those threes. They were 3 for 15 in the first half. Here in the second half, just 2 for 13. And so they are happy to let them fly from deep and deal with it.
The Hoiho up 2, looking for their first win of the season. It's been Zoe Richards getting it done for the home team. First game of 2 of the Edgar Centre. This Tauihi Basketball Aotearoa game between the Hoiho and the Whai. And the Nuggets will host the Airs. 3 p.m. tip in the South NBL. .340 to go. The Whai in a little bit of trouble here. Who's going to be the settler? Can't get it, but it's going to fall to McGoldrick, but it's Dugan with the steal.
Oh, McGoldrick choosing to kick it out instead of look inside for the shot.
It's been that kind of game.
Oh, Chesley cannot find the rim.
Sums it up for both teams.
And Gallagher having a bit of a fit on Nikki Green's left arm. Just stuck in there. Nikki Green not seeing the humor in it.
Nikki Green has had a frustrating afternoon, it seems, judging by her face.
I mean, she's pretty emotionless throughout the season. She does not seem to let a lot of it get to her, playing that even-keeled role, even when Samara Gallagher is pulling down that left arm.
Really extending this pressure, looking for a trap. Lambert, and she's fouled. Just the second team foul for the Hoiho with 3:04 to go.
Yeah, I'd be careful extending pressure against Lambert all the way to half court there, because as you see, she beats that initial defender, and she's got lanes to the cup. The foul there, I think, the only thing that saved the bucket.
There's McGoldrick. 7 to shoot. Chesley all over Lambert now. Need to get a shot up. And that is not an ideal three-point opportunity for the fight. Rabadi just hoisting that one up with 2:51 to go. The Hoiho have a 2-point lead.
The Hoiho defense has just been forcing everything away from the basket. They're really cutting down the driving lanes, making it difficult to have those straight line penetrations. And since then, the Phi just have not been able to get anything going.
The fight all over Zoe Richards, and Zoe Richards will go to the line though. She cut and rewarded with the up fake, and the foul is called.
Oh, look at the smiles on the Hoiho. They can taste it. Look at that cut. Shelby Cheslick with the pass again. Zoe Richards, she has been influential. Her movement, her activity has put the Hoiho in position to steal this win. That's point number 8 to go along with 6 rebounds and an assist, but plenty of activity on top of that.
Good on the second.
Desperation time for the Whai. They're gonna have to get a little bit more acute with the offensive opportunities.
Rabati, 3's in and out. McGoldrick with a rebound, and she's fouled.
And the Whai had struggled to replace the activity of McGoldrick when she was on the bench for a long time in foul trouble. Back in the game late in this one, still playing with the 4 fouls. Huge rebound, but bigger free throws. It's the first from the Rosine and a chance to cut it to 2.
It does so. Hoiho with the ball. Oh no, messing around with it at half court. And Lambert with a nice left-hand finish ties it up. 2 minutes, 6 seconds to go.
Oh, and just like that, what was all smiles and feeling good for the Hoiho is a bit more tense now.
Where's the offense going to come? It's going to come at the foul line.
Oh, is that foul number 5 on McGoldrick? If that, couldn't tell if it was from the defender in front or a swipe from behind. But if I'm the Whai, every time Snyder gets the ball at that position, I'm sending a double. I do not want her making the decision, and I am most definitely sending her to her right hand, gets back to the left in that preferred driving angle. McGoldrick indeed did foul out. She is on the bench now.
Snyder at the line, breaks the deadlock.
Ice cold. Elena Snyder started off poorly offensively, but finishing strong. 20 points for her now. Make it 21.
Big game. Big moment coming up here for the Whai.
Only leading scorer for the Hoiho. Elena Snyder. Or only double figure scorer for the Hoiho, I should say.
Nikki Green from long. Ties it up.
The deep 2. Half step back there, you get an extra point, but she's content with the worst shot in basketball. According to the stats guys, analytics.
Snyder. Sheslett. Gallagher gives it back to Snyder. 4 to shoot. Gallagher, big 3. Knocks it down!
Samara Gallagher hitting the big triple.
A turnover. Gallagher has it. The Hoiho.
What a sequence of plays for Gallagher. Her first field goal of the day on the triple, and then a steal right afterwards.
Gallagher needs to shoot it. Zoe Richards can't get it, but she's fouled. And Zoe Richards, who's had a great 4th quarter, will go to the line to shoot 2.
Oh my goodness, that foul there. Unfortunate, the play was completely done and dusted, but it looked like Flavel just lost her feet and fell down into Zoe Richards. No chance to grab the ball, but a chance to grab victory with 2 from the Rosine here.
Left it short. Left the door ajar. Needs to make the second one just to give them a little bit of breathing room.
Oh, they need it.
They need it badly.
This needs to be a 2-possession ball game.
And it is. And a timeout with 59.1 seconds to go.
This is the Sky City player timeout. No, it's not. It's a full timeout because the Hoiho are going to the bench. When I saw the Whai just there, I thought differently, but the full one instead.
Huge moment coming up for the Hoiho. They are 4 points ahead and staring down the barrel of their first win. They can hold out the fight. It is 51 seconds to go in the game. They have had a tremendous second half, 36 in the second half so far. Had an 8-point quarter to start the game, quarter number 1. It was looking like it was going to be that kind of game for the Hoiho, but they have done an excellent job. They strung it together a little bit in the second quarter, and then in the third quarter and fourth here, they've strung it together more in stretches. They've just stepped up their intensity a little bit. They remain consistently in the passing lanes. They've met players at half court looking to trap a little bit.
And of course the Whai are short of a couple of starters. You know, Dawn McBride out with injury for about just over a week now, and hopefully she'll be able to return. Her versatility at the forward spot has been so important to what they do. And of course Tiana Clark, just, you know, the record holder for three-pointers in a game, not there as well. And that lack of starters has affected their depth. Just 4 points off the bench today, and as a whole, just 1 for 11 from the field outside of the starters.
Big position for the Whai right here. Nikki Green. Oh, they closed the gap on her really well. Lambert felt the contact. No whistle. Chesley with a great defensive position.
Just using her size to her advantage there, and Gallagher wants to run the clock. They field a 2-possession game, and they're just going to run this down. Just 10 to play. Didn't want to foul there. All the time had basically gone off. At that, yeah, unfortunate there for Kyra Lambert. Once you get down to 10 seconds, you might as well just play it out. Then you get, hopefully if you get that stop, you're still only 4 down. But now, almost certainly going to be down 5, if not 6. And the way they've been shooting the basketball, it is going to be tough to hit 2 in 30 seconds.
Again, Richards misses the first.
But if she's able to hit this, that will stretch it up to 5. Keep it as a 2-possession game and really force the Whai to search for a 3.
Almost carbon copy of the last trip to the Rosine for Zoe Richards. And one more timeout. 35 seconds to go in this game. The Hoiho are on the edge of looking at their first win. Tauihi Basketball Aotearoa. Proudly presented by GJ Gardner Homes. It has been quite the second half for the Hoiho. They have been desperate at times just to get within touching distance of the Whai, and they've at times taken the lead briefly, but here down the stretch, they've held their poise, held their nerve.
They certainly have. Every step of the way, they have had a response to the comeback from the Whai. But with under a minute to play, down 5, can they find an answer from deep with a quickness on this possession to give themselves a real chance at the win?
Big position here, if they can get a quick bucket. Oh no, that is unlucky.
Well, it's been that kind of night for the Whai. Just haven't been able to execute when they most needed it. Looked well in control of this ball game in the first half, but now we'll almost certainly see a quick foul to send the Hoiho back to the stripe.
Gallagher fouled, and she'll go to the Rosine to shoot 2. And this game is done and dusted because it is going to be Gallagher at the line. And Gallagher is an 80% foul shooter. What a tremendous result this has been for the Southern Hoiho. Their first win of Tauihi.
Well, it's not in the cooler just yet. Did you jinx him?
I could have.
Did you hit him with the jinx?
Well, she's an 80% foul shooter, but they've left 3 on the line on the last 3 trips. Again, they make the second.
Another timeout called, and I believe this one is the Sky City player timeout on the court. Yeah, you can see it is. So just a refresh on the Sky City player timeout. It can only be called on the court by the player in possession of the basketball. 30 seconds long, and you can't talk to the bench. So no input from the benches in that time. And they're quick ones. So it's already over, and now the Phi know what play they want to run. If they're able to get this play off quickly, there is still a chance. A 3 here would certainly help the cause.
Tough catch for Green, but slapped away by Gallagher.
She's been so influential down the stretch, defensively and offensively, and the Phi still hopeful for a chance in this one, but this one's all but over.
Now you're calling it.
Now I'm calling it. Well, there's 26 seconds left, and they've hit the other free throw. There's over 30 seconds left before, Andrew. It can happen easily.
Yeah, but they were up 5. Now they're up 6. Now they're going to be up, I reckon, probably 8.
There it is. Gallagher finding the stroke.
Well, this season hasn't been easy for the Hoiho. They've lost their coach early, and they have been winless so far. And it has been trying at times. They haven't had the rub of the green, and they have come away with a great win here at the Edgar Centre. Game 1 of a double-header of New Zealand basketball. This Tauihi game precedes the Sal's NBL game between the Nuggets and the Airs. But a celebration time for the Hoiho. They have registered their first win in the season. And they have done it, showing a lot of grit and determination. As Green can't track that down, and it will go to the Hoiho.
Timeout called by the Hoiho to move the ball up the court. And just a quick chance for Nat Visger to talk to her team about how they want to close this one out. Be surprised if the Phi get another foul hill, but one more chance for the home team to feel a little love from the crowd as they will be able to celebrate their first victory of the season. And it was not an easy one. They were made to work with for it every single step of the way.
What a win. 59-52. It was 18-8 after one quarter. The Phi had a lead as big as 12 at one point. They looked to be cruising in control after that first quarter, but the Hoiho can't underestimate the desperation of a team that was feeling confident of putting it together in the games leading up to this. Even though the results didn't show it, they've taken advantage of some players missing from the Phi, but also this team well deserves the plaudits for the way they have played, especially down the stretch. Gallagher and Richards have been superb.
Yeah, Gallagher up to 7 points before she hit that hugely influential 3. Just had 2, so really big down the stretch. Led from the front by Cheslick with 16 rebounds, and Lena Snyder with 21 and 8. Still fouling are the Phi.
And just shoot free throws until the clock runs out.
Yeah, just keep it going. Well, just 7 seconds left. If the Phi don't get a quick response, it'll be hard for them to get time for another foul. They are refusing to quit.
Silence at the Edgar Centre. Hoiho do not like making the first free throw. And good on the second. Lambert to Green. Nikki Green misses that. And that is the game. The Hoiho get their first win. And jubilant scenes on the Edgar Centre floor. The Hoiho. Big smiles all round. Congratulations to the franchise and to the team. They have done an excellent job in this game down the stretch. They've beaten the Whai 60-52.
Oh, that's right, winning. It is so much better than losing, especially when you've on a bit of a streak the other direction. Nothing but smiles in Dunedin today for the Hoiho as they record victory #1 behind Snyder, Cheslick, but it was a complete team effort that enabled them to get over the line against a Whai team that has to back it up and do it all again tomorrow.
Yeah, they travel to Wellington, to Operaha Stadium to play the Queens. The Hoiho travel to Auckland to play the Kahu on Tuesday night, and Snyder with a big 21-point game.
And the defensive effort on Lambert, holding her under double figures, the leading scorer for the Whai, has a lot to do. You see the rebounds, Cheslick and Nikki Green, what a battle they had. But overall, the Hoiho with just a bit of an advantage in that area. And it was the teamwork that did it. Both teams sharing the basketball really nicely as well. Lambert always leading the well there. Snyder on top of her, 24 assists late, and when she was facing those double teams. Ezra McGoldrick got in on the block party earlier in the ball game.
And McGoldrick unfortunately fouled out with those 4 blocks. It was her energy that they sorely lacked. Casey made the point through the third and fourth, early in the fourth quarter rather, where she was influential before that, but foul trouble kept her on the bench.
Lambert with the 5 big steals, and she got that one late that looked like it might enable the Whai to sneak back out to victory, but in the end, the determination of the Hoiho was enough to hold down the Whai, grab their first victory of the season. The action doesn't stop there. Here's what we have upcoming. The Whai are back at it tomorrow against the Tokomanawa Queens and Wellington. After that on Tuesday, we've got the Northern Kahu taking on the Southern Hoiho, who are going to have a little turnaround of themselves after they have to get back up to Auckland tomorrow. And starting the action next weekend will be the mainland Boakai taking on the Tokomanawa Queens in Cal Stadium in Christchurch.
Congratulations to the Hoiho. They have got their first win of Tauihi. And what a game it has been. Disappointment for the Whai on screen. They've got to do it all again tomorrow. But from Edgar Centre, thank you so much for watching. You might want to stick around a little bit later on, 3 p.m. Coverage begins with the Sal's NBL of the Nuggets, hosting the Airs. Till then, good afternoon.
Ready? All right, we're done it. count to 10. I had to do this yesterday and I struggled with the whole getting to 10 thing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Cool.
He's good.
Right there, sorry about that. Just getting your name key sorted out. Make it quick, shall we, Lyndon? Is it Trent?
Trent, T-R-E-N-T,
Correct.
Adam, A-D-A-M.
Okay. And away you go.
Cool. We're with Trent, the coach of Taranaki. Now, a tough loss to the Sharks on Friday night. What did you guys take out of that performance ahead of a crucial clash today with the Otago Nuggets?
We were disappointed with our rebounding effort. We felt we gave up a few too many offensive rebounds, so that really hurt us down the stretch. And we didn't execute as well as we'd like to in that fourth quarter. So there are two things that we've really sort of keyed in for today's game.
Cool. Now, both the Airs and the Nuggets can play at high speed. How important do you think controlling the tempo is going to be today?
Yeah, pace is something that we think we do well, so we've got to do that, but pace without a plan is reckless. So we've got to make sure that we've got a plan with what we're doing, and can we sort of get them a little bit sort of under pressure, and maybe they can't execute their plan as well as they'd like.
Awesome. Cheers, Trent. Good luck today.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Sorry, I should have done my cat backwards again.
Yeah, Brent's here. No, we'll go straight into Brent, so that's good with you.
Every
Come
game,
near the...
oh, yeah. Every game's crucial as the final six race heats up. The Airs.
Count to 10.
Tahi rua, toru, wha, rima ono whatu waru, irua takau.
Okay,
He's a, can I say he's a fucking cock? Nathan! Nathan!
We're with Coach Matahaere for the Nuggets. Now, every game is crucial as the final six race heats up. With the Airs also contending, is this the biggest game of the season so far?
I think every game's a huge game. First and foremost, congratulations to the Hoiho. Great first up win, so really pleased to see them get off the mark and hope they continue on their work. But yeah, I mean, like, if you look at the league, like, there's tough games all over the place, and so I think everyone's crucial, and that's been the case all the way through the season.
Now, the Air pack plenty of punch with their three imports. How do you go about limiting their impact today?
Again, it's like last week, it's making sure we do our things well. If we score the ball well and we get after it on defence, then we take control of the game, I think. So that's key for us.
Cheers, Coach. All the best for today.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Come on. Go.
Can we please stay the court and invite the